Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I'm at Lake Davis. I got my boat in the water. I figured New Year's is 2 days from now, so I better use my 23 sticker before it expires and get the most out of it. So I'm just going to go out there and try to get some fish to eat and just to maybe catch and release. I'm mostly just going to be using my fly rod and drifting power bait. I don't drift power bait a lot because a lot of times I'm in my boat, I'm just looking to catch and release. But if I'm going to keep fish, I can use it, even though when you're drifting power bait, a lot of times you get the fish really quick because they hit it, you just hit. But so you can let a lot of fish go. But I'm going to drift power bait, which is very effective if you're in a rental boat, a small boat, or a kayak. And I'm just going to fly fish. I'm going to start with a woolly bugger and about a 8-foot leader and just see if I can't pick something up. I got a decent breeze out there. I don't have any weight set on my power bait drifting rod yet. I'm probably going to just pinch on a split shot because the wind's not that heavy. If the wind gets really heavy, I'll up that to a slip sinker. So let's get out on the lake and see if we can't catch some fish, man. It looks like there's some decent wind going out there, so we'll see how that goes. And there's been a scorching full moon these last few days, so I don't know how that's going to affect the fishing. Tends to slow it down. I don't really know the science behind it, other than it's really light at night. It's so empty up here, there's just nobody. I was up here fishing for Patreon in this area a couple times the last couple weeks. And there's just nobody out here. It's awesome. And these campgrounds are pretty big, man. I can only imagine this place is crawling with people in the summer. But I wouldn't know because I would never come here in the summer. So the first thing I need to do is figure out the direction of the wind, and then I'll go as far as I can so that I can get as long of a drift as possible. I don't have to hassle with keeping continually repositioning. I like to do the long drift. God, that just looks incredible with the clouds and the early morning sun. And then you got that full moon I was talking about. It's only it's in the low 30s right now. It's beautiful out here. So I'm at the ice shelf at the dam. But I need to get back out into the lake a little bit more because for some reason there's no wind right here. I have to have wind if I'm going to drift effectively. So the wind isn't too heavy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a small split shot, little tiny guy like that, and about a 3-foot leader. And when you got this drift going, there's things you can do with the power bait. Like sometimes I'll shape it a certain way so that it spins or it does a big circle. And because it floats, it'll be above the weight as you drift. Power bait with rainbows drifting is really effective. And because it's so cold and so early, I'm not going to throw it out that deep. I'm only throwing out about 15 feet of line, and then we'll see where that goes from there. And then I just got to keep an eye on my pole, because if a big fish hits that, it's going to go quick. And then I'm going to cast this big black woolly bugger with this and see if I can't pick up something aggressive doing that. So let's do some fishing, man. I'm loving it. Once you're out on the water, it's great. When you're hauling the boat down from my storage closet and stuff, it ain't so fun. One thing about fly fishing from my boat, backcasting's certainly easier. I can just whip that thing out there. There's nothing behind me out here. And my boat's small, but it's really stable, so I can stand up and cast if I feel like it. I've been doing this for a couple hours. I think it's time to go into shore, soak some bait, and take a nap. And I don't know if I got the weight right. I'm just not getting anything. Usually you see fish rising out here. I've seen one fish rise the whole time I've been out here. So which tells me maybe they're not at the top. I don't know, but I think it's time to just post up, because that's sometimes this time of year, that's the best way that you can fish. I'm all set up, and I love this clay because you don't have to put your rod holders in like 3 inches and they're totally secure. So I got my night crawlers only about 15 feet out. It's at a 10 count with a 1/4 ounce sinker. Because sometimes this time of year, the big trout are just cruising the shore. They're right on the bank. The power bait's a little farther out, like a 19 count. I'm just not seeing any risers out there, no feeding activity. Sometimes this time of year, you just gotta hunker down. So I'm gonna go ahead and bait fish for a bit. This sleeping pad, I use it for backpacking. It fits perfectly in my backpack. And so many times you've seen me fishing where I'm sleeping with rocks as a pillow and on dirt. And this has just been sitting in my room. Finally, I picked it up and put it in my pack, and since I did it once, I always have it in there. And this thing's totally comfortable. It was only like 25 bucks on Amazon, and I've gotten well worth my money out of it. So I'm gonna get a little bit more money out of it right now because I think I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. Power bait to hit. There we go. There we go. Got a big fish, but it's edible. If I got him hooked, I can't let him go. The perfect size for eating, I will say that. All right, let's get my net. Oh. This guy's got those parasites on him. I'm not eating him. I'm not into the parasites, man. They're nasty. They say that it's safe to eat these with the parasites, but I'm not eating those things, man. I don't know what they are. I'm not a fan. And they seem to just affect the hatchery rainbows. It's a nice fish, perfect size for eating. It's just, I'm not eating that thing with those parasites on him. It is getting ugly out here. Night crawler! There we go. And that was a shallow one. Not very big. Oh, he got off. That was a good fish, though. He got off. So it's time to head back out onto the lake. This is an ugly sky. I want to be on the water where I can get in really quick if it starts coming down on me. It kind of cleared up over there. This is the best the sky's looked in a while. But this is some ugly stuff out here. So I'm going to go ahead and get back out there and do some drifting. I'm going to go all the way over there and drift all the way across. Ooh, just hooked into a nice something on my fly rod. The wind really kicked up. And this fish is fighting. The wind kicked up, and that's kind of what you need when you're gonna drift and tear that big woolly bugger. Let me get my net ready. And I got white caps out here. I mean, I'm battling the weather. Ah! Ah! Crap! My net is all tangled up in my other pole. This is no good. What is going on? Okay. What's going on is what it is with Amani in its usual fashion. I'm unprepared. All right, here we go. There he is. Ooh, it's a nice brown. Nice brown trout. And I barely got him, so I'm gonna be able to let him go. Ooh, that's a nice brown. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Got him. Whew. Good brown. I'll take him. That's fat. Take a look at this guy. Whew. And the wind's really kicking up, and I'm just ripping this woolly bugger through the waves. Check him out. That's a good brown trout right there. Hard fighting fish, man. Beautiful. Probably good for eating, but I barely had him. He's going back. Woo! Oh man, he was so happy to go back in. Just fishing this big black beadhead woolly bugger. Sinks pretty fast. Let's go back over. Let's make another pass. We need to make another pass. There's somebody just blasting away with a high caliber weapon over there. It is loud, man. There it goes. All right, let's make one more pass. I'm gonna reset. I just got another big hit on my power bait, man. It's happening out here right now with this heavy chop. Another one on my fly rod. Oh, he got off, he got off. He got off. Darn it. I'm fishing barbless. Oh, I am all over this. We're gonna make another run. We gotta make another pass. Another one on my fly rod. I mean, it's wide open on the fly rod. I'm almost ready to pull in the power bait. And this one, he hit it. He hit it, and then I missed the hook set. The line got loose, and then I just stripped it hard a couple times. This is a really nice fish for eating, but I don't know if I want to get my hands wet as far as cleaning fish goes. It's a nice rainbow. I'm making another pass. I wanted to go home, but I'm making another pass. So they can see him in the net. I'm just gonna let him go. I'm gonna put him right back in. It's good rainbow. Good eating size too. It doesn't have any issues on him, but I don't feel like cleaning fish. I still have 2 meals left from that Eagle Lake trout. These smaller ones are harder to keep on my fly rod because they don't have the weight with the barbless hook, but that's cool. Right now I'm probably moving faster than I would if I had my motor on and was trolling. That's how fast I'm moving. That's why I got to cast sideways with my fly rod. I got one hit my power bait. There he is. There he is. There he is. Ooh, it's a good fish too. It's a good fish too. Let's see what we got here. I'm really moving now, man. I mean, it's almost too fast to fish. I've been getting a bunch of hits on my power bait, but I'm so preoccupied with watching my fly rod and casting my fly rod that I haven't been able to set the hook. But that guy, I saw him hitting early enough. Ooh, he's stripping line too. It's a hard fighting rainbow. Oh yeah, this guy's fighting, man. He has had enough of me. Ooh, I barely got him. When they're biting on this power bait, oh, this guy's got parasites all over him. He's gross. It's just kind of stormy right now, so I don't want to deal with it. I'm just gonna put him back in the water because my hands are frozen, and I'm almost done with my drift. I don't want to miss any more of this fly fishing action, but that's a nice rainbow. He's fat, and I'm just gonna let him go right back in. And he has some parasites on him. I thought they'd almost fixed this parasite issue in this lake, but these hatchery rainbows seem to have quite a few. You can see these waves rolling by. This is in the danger zone for my boat. I was going in and I'm getting side swiped, and I gotta reposition and go in facing these waves because this is getting ugly. I gotta get off this lake, man. So that's gonna wrap it up, man. That was a great day. I was drifting earlier and I wasn't getting anything. No hits, nothing, and I was barely moving. And then once that wind hit the sweet spot, after I pulled in, took a nap, went back out because I saw the wind was moving, it was a perfect speed. And I could just go on both sides of my fly rod, strip that woolly bugger through the waves, and I was nailing fish. They're hitting my power bait. But then towards the end, it got a little too crazy out there. That's not really safe. That Gilligan's Island song was just going through my head, man. The minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. I didn't want to be lost. I want to be dry at home. So, and those of you that want to try fly fishing, I got this fly rod after I busted the tip out that last one. I got this fly rod for $32 with everything on Amazon, and it's just cheap. The reel's expensive. One of my Patreon subscribers got me this reel, and it works great. I love it because I was using that old 50s one that was like just steel on steel, but it was catching fish, so I didn't really care. But now that I got this thing, it's like a Cadillac. But that was great, man. We got out there. It was just towards the end, it started getting a little dangerous. I had to get off the lake. It's cold out here. I didn't expect it to be this stormy today, but that's cool. My nose is running, but I got that nice brown in the net. That's the only one that mattered to me. Those rainbows, I got one rainbow that didn't have a bunch of parasites on them. Those other rainbows, they got a serious parasite issue on the stocked rainbows in this lake. And I don't know how they can fix that, but the brown was clean, and then that one rainbow I got on my fly rod had nothing on it, so that was all good. But that's discouraging if you like to eat fish, because I'm not going to eat that stuff. I'm not eating those parasites. They say they're not harmful to you, but yuck. I'm into eating the rainbow trout, not its passengers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this down at Lake Davis. I had a great time. Got my boat out one more time before my tags expire. Got to get a new California fishing license for Monday and a new boat registration. So I got to take care of that stuff before I can do some more fishing. This is a great time. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.